remember they're changing my voice because I'm not gay. So here's a new mic. There's no reason for it to be acting up. Okay, when I touch it, it causes some numbness, and quite often before I remember it. One thing that gives away that it's not in my head, okay, not that, it's logical to assume that it is that when I touch it, I touch the mic, so anything that comes in the mail, okay, I get numbness, in my body before I think of it that way. So let me just grab this mic real quick. Okay, then I'm like, okay, then I'm numb, right? So if I think of it, sometimes I think of it before, ahead of time. I say, okay, if I grab this mic, I might get numb. But sometimes I grab it without thinking about it, and then I feel, it makes my body feel numb, and it causes me to have the symptoms. So it's clear that it's something that's coming from these materials. Okay, that's not some kind of anxiety disorder or anything like that. Okay. So now we're on Job 8, going to verse 11. It's very sad that I had to make this again. So again, I call on God to punish these people for mocking God by trying to make it so I sound gay. Okay, I don't care what kind of liberal agenda you have, American, conservative, Western. There's no excuse for changing my voice. No one who's serious that ever lived in human history would respect people who change the sound of my voice. Okay, that is unbelievably pathetic, and I thank God that I'm not part of any of their groups or cultures. I mean, they form together in families, military formations, political groups, in social clubs. They form together in groups, gangs, right? And then they sink to that level together with the governing class as their driving force, and whatever the governing class has bred them to feel in terms of emotions as their driving force instead of principle, and that's pretty straightforward. So it says, can papyrus grow tall where there is no marsh? Can reeds thrive without water? Without growing and uncut, they wither more quickly than grass. So people are rotting inside, like a rotten apple, right? Think of a rotten apple in the store. Is it equal or greater to the freshest and nicest looking apple there? No, you're not going to buy the rotten apple. Neither is God going to choose the apple that's rotten from the inside. Now, if people, persecute you for pointing this out, and they rape you, and they cut up your face or something, or whatever they do, right? They use a machine to change the way you look slowly and over time, like they have me. Okay? Is God going to penalize you for it or them? Is a woman worth having going to penalize you for it or them? If she says, hey, because you're no longer attractive, when she believes your story, okay, and she dates the oppressor, she may as well have chosen a child over you, okay, because it's such an immature, disgusting slut decision that it's stupid to value her opinion or to think of it as a loss, especially if you plan to have kids, and no one should reproduce. Who the hell would want to have kids with a female who chooses their oppressor over the righteous person because the oppressor stooped to the kind of less than pedo level of using a machine to change the look of the righteous? I mean, that is one dumb, useless slut. Okay, a dumb, useless slut. Again, say it with me. She is a dumb, useless slut. Okay. So it says again, can reeds thrive without water? While growing and uncut, they wither more quickly than grass. Such is the destiny of all who forget God. So perishes the hope of the godless, right? So they're hopeless, they're childish, right? They're senseless, they're thoughtless, they're shallow, they're stupid, they're evil, they're useless, etc. Thank you.